Hey everyone, it's me, Cupie83. So I wrote about this particular doll on my blog, but I don't think I ever talked about it here on the channel, so it's finally time. It only took like 2 years or so. So this is an Effanbee Tintair Honey doll. She was one of those grail items for me. Like I saw her once and then I was like, oh, that's really cool, I want to get one. Then like years went by and I like rarely saw one. And then just randomly I was on Ruby Lane and there was someone selling one in really good shape. It was just the right size, mint in box, all the things. And while she was like definitely a more expensive doll, not like crazy expensive, but like she was one of the dolls that I've spent more on, I'm super happy to have her in my collection just because she was one of those grail items. So like if you're putting money into a grail item, you tend to not regret it just because it's one of those that you know like you really wanted, that like there was a connection somewhere. So this is my Effanbee Tintair Honey doll. She was made in 1951 by Effanbee, and she has a platinum Dynel wig, which you'll see here, and this one's in really good shape. And the thing with her was she was put out with the Tintair brand. So Tintair was like a hair dye brand back in the 50s, and probably in the 40s too, I'd imagine. So the thing with the Tintair Honey doll is that she was designed to not only look super pretty, but also because she was part of the Tintair brand, you could dye her hair. Each doll came with some dyes that you could take this little blonde hair here and turn it into different colors. So this one didn't come with the dyes, which is fine because they would have been ridiculously old, and I wasn't going to dye her hair anyways, so I was totally fine with that. But I like the tie-in. It's also one of the reasons why you won't really, if someone used her, you won't find her mint, or you'll find her hair a little kind of, you know, in played with condition, just because the whole purpose was to dye her hair, which would, you know, mean these little curls would end up disappearing, her hair would not be blonde anymore, all those things. So she came in 3 sizes, 14 inches, 16 inches, and 18 inches. This is the 16 inches, I want to say. So she is a big doll. I've seen more of the 14-inch ones floating around, which I don't think are as pretty, so if you can, look for the big ones. She did come with some accessories. Obviously, you're supposed to do her hair, so she came with curlers, a dye apron, and the 2 dyes. She's made of hard plastic. Most of the websites I pulled up said she was out for about a year. Some said she was a Montgomery Ward exclusive. I'm not 100% sure on any of those things, but most of the websites said that she was basically out from like 1951 to 1952. So Honey was Effanbee's answer to the Tony doll that was also quite popular then. And then they would like repackage like the Honey face and look with, you know, different dolls throughout, you know, their line, which is why this is a Tintair Honey doll. So as far as my doll goes, she has a really pretty face. Her face is basically like right out of the box Christmas morning 1951. She has really great blushing, her eyes work great, her lipstick is perfect. She has all the curls here, you'll see it's a nice soft wig. It's basically styled as it would have been out of the box, which is one of the reasons why this was definitely on my radar when I saw it, and I was like, you don't see examples of this doll like this very often. Her outfit was really kind of gross when I first opened her here. All this white stuff was like this like ugly dirty yellow, just because of age and being stored in a box, and you know, she came out in 1951, so she's not a new doll by any means. So we put some OxyClean on the outfit. We just let the outfit soak in OxyClean, and it actually made her ugly yellow outfit turn into this really nice white and pink dress here. So that worked a huge miracle in my opinion, because it's like day and night the difference. Her body is really nice as well. So it's not just her face that's minty fresh, but like we have her arms where you'll see there's like blushing on her knuckles, which is done perfectly. And she just has this really nice complexion, but you'll see there's blushing there. Her knees have this really like youthful blush to them. And you don't see that a lot on hard plastic dolls just because of age and, you know, certain things like that. So this is a really great example of a Tintair Honey doll. I've never seen one in this good of shape since I saw this one. I know it's kind of short, but there's not a ton of information about her, other than the basics that I told you here. But I'd love to know if you have one of these dolls, if you remember this coming out, or if you've seen it at shows and you've added one to your collection, or just your general thoughts on the Tintair Honey doll. This is my only Effanbee hard plastic doll, and I think like it's kind of surprising because I don't really see them at shows very often. I've seen like R&Bs and Madame Alexander's, but I don't really see Effanbees, and I'm not quite sure why. Like, it's kind of weird. Maybe you know why, and if you do, if you have a guess, you can leave it in the comment area. But she has such a pretty face, and the fact that she's still like so minty fresh, it makes me think that there should be other dolls from Effanbee that are just as old, but still, you know, just as great condition. And she's so pretty, so I don't quite understand why I don't see them as often. It's weird. It's a strange thing. But maybe having said that, I'll go to the first doll show of 2020 and be like staring at a sea of Effanbee hard plastic dolls. You never know. So yeah, it's an interesting theory though. It's an interesting thought, and if you have any theories on why hard plastic Effanbees are harder to find, definitely leave them in the comments because I'm super intrigued by what you think. But yeah, let me know what you think of the Tintair Honey doll, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!